Yeah, I know. I have it opened to, there we go. Move that real quick. There we
It's
go.
annoying. What's going on, everybody? Are we live? Yeah, we are. Hell yeah. Based. Shawn's running the show today, so it's gonna look a little different. It's all right. Let me tweet the link out. Well, we got a special surprise for you guys today. That's why we're going live so early. I think this is the first time we've ever done one before like 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Tweeting the link out. I'm gonna go ahead and just turn on Fortnite for when the big surprise happens. It's really nice not having to run the show.
Yeah, I wish I knew what I was doing.
That's alright. It looks fine. Oh, you may want to hide the Hangouts link though.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, we may have to make another one.
We'll see. Probably. Gee, I don't know how to. Oh, can I just put up a picture of it, and then all right, I think I got it.
What I usually do is crop the screen. I can give you my dimensions that I use.
Yeah, I tried to crop it, but I'm just too stupid. I'm just gonna put image. I don't even have the chat open yet.
I got it open. Ah.
Okay. Maybe now we're good. Yeah. Perfect. Nailed it.
There we go. That's great. Perfect. There we go.
Damn, this is hard. I don't want to.
Yeah. It sucks.
I don't want to do this.
Yeah, it sucks.
All right. Now we have the chat.
Bro, I'm still getting yelled at by sex workers like 2 days later.
All right. Get too many windows. Okay.
Yeah, so we got a big surprise for you guys today. We're just kind of waiting, waiting for the guest to show up.
Oh, he's ready. I just have to call him.
Oh, okay.
I don't know
Yeah,
if I'll be able to make you hear it, but you just.
that's fine.
It's the
Yeah,
same thing as.
I'll listen to the stream.
All right.
Hello.
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 Hey, how's it going?
Good. I am recording this conversation.
Great.
All right. Are you over 18?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
All right.
Very cool. How you been today?
I've been pretty good. I'm actually really tired. I had to do a turnaround and work last night and this morning, but I took a nap, so I'm all good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm doing good. As good as I can after you called me names in my Instagram comment section.
Yeah, I'm sure that's really gotten to you. But
It has actually. I cried myself to sleep last night.
well, I could kind of tell because you were pretty quick to the jump of like wanting to debate about being trans, being validity. So I
Right.
mean, it worked. I tried to debate you last week when you brought this up, but you
Yeah,
didn't
I mean,
respond.
I had a lot of requests coming in, but I'm glad that we have a chance to debate now.
Mhm.
So, you said that being transgender is a mental illness and it's a fetish for trans people to cut their dick off or something. So I don't know, some dumb shit. So do you
No,
want
that's
to?
word for word what I said.
Well, okay. At the beginning, I want to make sure I preface with this. If at any point you feel like I am mischaracterizing your arguments, please do not hesitate to call me out, because sometimes for me to better understand, I will sort of repeat back to you what I think that you're saying.
Right.
And if you feel that I'm mischaracterizing, then let me know. So I'm assuming from the sarcasm that you feel I have mischaracterized your initial comment.
No, I'm being 100% serious.
Oh,
Transgenderism is a mental illness based on
okay.
perverse fetishism. Mutilating your
Okay.
penis does not change your sex.
Okay. Okay, so do you want to substantiate why you think it's a mental illness?
I mean, what do you call a person? What else do you call this situation of gender dysphoria?
Well, you said being transgender is a mental illness.
Transgenderism is the downstream of gender dysphoria. I'm pretty sure you know that.
No, that's actually just incorrect. Transgender is defined by denoting or relating to a person whose sense of personal identity and gender does not correspond with their birth sex.
What's the definition of gender dysphoria? Just so we know that you're really nitpicking here.
I'm not nitpicking anything, but I will pull up the definition. Hold on. You probably hear me typing. I'm in my bedroom right now. Gender dysphoria is the distress a person feels due to a mismatch between their gender identity and their sex assigned at birth.
Okay, thanks for clearing that up.
I googled that too for you. So how is being transgender in and of itself a
To
mental
look it
illness?
up.
I used to believe that myself.
Yeah, I
So
know.
I mean,
it's really pathetic. Your fall from being
yeah.
called out by Vosh on trannies to now.
I know I know,
sticking
dude.
up
It
for
it
them.
sucks,
And
man.
now,
I know.
ironically, Vosh is calling trannies subhumans. It's wild. 2 years, 3 years.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that you're correct about that, but you're right,
It's
man. I'm
it's a
cucked.
direct
Hey,
quote.
I have cucked for the data. I have cucked for science, my friend.
Yes,
I know
you've
it's very
cucked
tough.
for child sterilization, child abuse.
Nope,
Yes.
no, that's just straw manning my argument entirely. So why don't you let's start with one thing at a time before we start hurling insults at each other. Why is being transgender a mental illness?
Why is it?
Yes.
I mean, this is like obviously a trap question.
No, it's not. I'm asking you to clarify what you said in the Instagram comment, which is that being transgender is a mental illness. This is not a trap question at all. I'm
Well,
just
yes.
asking you to please substantiate your claim.
The idea that a person is going to dictate what they feel their perceived sex is based on pretty much their own thought is the same justification as somebody just going around and saying they're a vigilante because they feel like it. You're not a woman because you feel like a woman. You're not.
Okay, well let's okay, that's a good place to start. So do you recognize the difference between sex and gender?
Yes.
Okay, so do you want to define those for me, or do you want me to define those?
No, because it doesn't matter.
It does matter. Actually, it's
no,
critical
you
to the argument.
think it matters because you've been tricked into a dumb linguistics debate that you obviously lost and now worship into a word of gender ideology. We're not going to get into the difference between gender and sex because
no.
it's pointless.
No, it's not pointless.
How about this? If you can define male and female.
Why don't you define male and female for me?
Sure, a male as what is it? XY chromosomes and female is double X.
So what about intersex people?
They're a drastic minority that's so small.
No, they're not. Nope. Statistically, actually, they're more common than redheads.
Oh my lord, you're retarded. You're not a very smart individual. I'm going to say that.
You're already hurling insults, and all I've been doing is giving you factual information.
I'm giving you a fact that you're not very smart.
Okay, well that's fine.
We don't base rules off of exceptions, anyways.
Okay, so are redheads exceptions?
What are you talking about? Is redhead a gender or sex?
No, let
No,
me explain what
redheads
gender.
is a type
Let me
of hair
explain the
color.
difference between. Hold on, let me explain the difference between sex and gender because I know you think this is irrelevant, but it's actually crucial for the argument. Okay, so sex refers, and I'm reading these definitions for you, either of the two main categories, male and female, into which humans and most other living things are divided on the basis of their reproductive functions. So sex refers to biology, all right? Penis, vagina, boobs, hormones, chromosomes. That's sex. Then there's gender, which are social expectations and social roles that are placed on people based on their sexual characteristics. So, if someone says, I identify as a woman, this is why they are a woman. Because gender is a form of identification, man and woman, not male and female, man and woman is a form of identification. So, you might have a penis, but be more comfortable in the aligning with the social role or the social expectations that might be accompanied by a woman. It's really that simple.
So femininity and masculinity, that's really cool. You don't base your gender or sex off of those things. That's just what you act in a social setting. There are feminine men.
No,
and
that's
there
it's
are
that like
masculine
so look.
females. But that does not mean that they're trans.
Yeah, but if they don't identify as a woman, so here's the thing: is man and woman
identifying as a woman means that you have woman body parts. You have woman hardware.
Well, no, not necessarily. I mean,
yes,
the
necessarily.
Gendered expectations have changed over time.
No, your retarded ass gender ideology has changed in the past 30 years. Nothing has changed over time. No one has gotten more woke. More science hasn't uncovered anything. This is pretty factual.
It has. You're denying facts right now. You know the
I'm denying
DSM-5. You know the
definition.
DSM-5 describes gender as a complicated conglomeration of sociological factors and biology, especially when it comes to gender dysphoria. You know that, right? That's the DSM-5.
Cool.
Conservatives love to bring up the.
I'm not a conservative, you fucking retard.
I'm not saying that you're a conservative.
Who cares?
I'm saying generally speaking.
Like you're arguing about complete definitions from what I said was going to be a trap argument that I didn't care about. I was arguing about trans validity, not gender.
Okay, well then let's the reason. But here's the thing: is if we're gonna argue about trans validity, we have to first recognize the difference between sex and gender.
Why?
They're two different things.
We have to build a perfect foundation for your stupid argument to stand on.
No, we have to.
Otherwise, then we can't talk about how the downside of the effects of accepting transgender people.
We will get to that. I want to talk to that. I want to talk to you about all of those things. But first, we have to recognize the difference between between sex and gender because they are two different things. That's like saying,
and I agree
why would we?
This already.
So you agree that gender and sex are different?
Yeah, you can pull up your recording. I agreed to this immediately because I didn't want to go down this path because this is
okay.
Stupid.
So then, if someone identifies as a woman and they work to kind of align with the social expectations and social roles that are usually associated with a woman, why are they not a woman?
You just answered it because they were not born a woman. They are a feminine man.
Well, okay, so what's a woman?
A woman is somebody with XX chromosomes with
okay,
ovaries,
again,
vagina.
Literally, we're going to go down the same path. What about intersex people? There are women who have
What
XY
about
chromosomes.
them? If they want to, they can do whatever they want.
There are women.
They are a small minority of people that are not going to dictate the world stage for everyone else.
You realize,
and they haven't. And you know what? They
haven't.
Okay. You know what? Let's really get into it. How come there's so many men invading women-only spaces? How come it only seems to be transgender women that are trying to invade the spaces of women? Such as men going to prisons, domestic abuse shelters? How do you answer that? These are men that identify as women. Do you think this is okay? Do you think this is a logical step forward? This is progression?
You're really jumping all around. I want to talk about where you feel that there's a harm for accepting trans people. But
No, we don't. Why don't you go ahead and tell me why so many men are trying to invade women-only spaces? Through the guise of transgenderism.
What do you mean?
I just gave several examples.
Can you give me a source for that?
No, but what source? It's called reality. You can leave your bedroom and check out the window.
All right. Calm down, buddy. I know you're mad right now, but we barely.
I'm not mad. I'm annoyed. I'm not doing your whole stupid Vosh type debating of first we have to define Why don't you explain to me
This isn't
why
a
we have
Mosh
to
type debate. This is how people debate. I prefer to define our terms before we continue going on.
Sure, I agree to your terms. You cannot define gender, or you can define gender, but you can't define sex because you rely on.
That's not true.
Like
That's
a
not true.
hand.
I defined sex at the beginning.
Okay, yeah, and you aren't willing to go through about because of a couple intersex people, a very vast minority.
No,
To the
if
grand
you
scale of
realize that
things.
if there's even a single
Oh, no.
difference or a single a
Then we
change,
have to-
that means that it's not a strict binary. I mean, even scientists even agree that sex is bimodal, right?
No,
So-
they don't.
Yes, they do. I can send you some sources if you'd like.
I'm not reading your dumb Jew propaganda.
Oh, okay. Wow. So we really got, wow. So we have a really interesting guy here. All right. That's great. Yeah, no, I know it's really easy for you to be able to write off any data that contradicts what you how strongly you feel about this issue when you can just say that it's by the Jews. I know it's very convenient for you.
No,
But all right,
it's
let's
just
move
a
on to the
fact.
next. Let's move on to let's see. So trans people having a mental illness. A mental illness is defined by people by a condition which sort of hinders your everyday life, right?
Have
So
you talked to
people-
any trans people?
well, yes, there's social stigma that can play a very serious role and make trans people feel terrible,
Yes,
but
everyone
that's
has a
not
social
because they
stigma
are.
now. That sucks.
Well,
to get
yes,
over it.
that's also supported by the data. Actually, I can pull some of that up for you as well. Give me a
Don't
second.
care.
Well, I care because I care about data and I care about truth, which you clearly do not.
Yeah,
So
you
give me a
care.
second here.
That's why you want to stick to some
Here
specific
we go.
points.
These are there's a longitudinal study which indicates transgender people have a lower quality of life than the general population. Okay.
That's weird.
And this raises dramatically with gender affirming treatment. This is from a actual government study. There you go. This is from the U.S. National Library of Medicine. Wow, I know that probably is made by the Jews or something. But here's a quality of life treatment seeking transgender adults, a systematic review and meta-analysis. So yes, transgender people oftentimes have a more difficult time in life because of a social stigma that's associated with being transgender. And
Yeah,
with
so
people,
do black people. So do Latinos. So do poor people.
Sure, yeah. And being black isn't a mental illness.
It's also not a choice.
Okay, well, that's again, we're getting off subject a little bit. You say it's a mental illness, but being transgender does not hinder someone's life or affect them in a way that's directly related to them being transgender. So it is not a mental illness. That is factually incorrect. The World Health Organization has even stopped classifying transness as a mental illness.
They also have completely left China alone to deal with possibly the worst pandemic we're going to see in our lives. So do you really want to trust the World Health Organization?
Yes, I want to trust them on this issue for sure. Do you have any data you'd like to counter with, or do you want to just, make a snide remark?
41% suicide rate. Children going through castration that has
Children not going through castration.
Children going through chemical castration because they watched Frozen and liked it, and now their mom wants to make them.
That's
a girl.
also false.
That never happens.
Well, you are really getting all off subject, my friend. So let's try to stay at one subject at a time. All right, I want to talk to you about transgender people having a mental illness. You've said the suicide rate is higher, and you're right. That's because of discrimination and because of stigma that transgender people face. And you know what? The data actually shows.
Seems to
hold
link
on,
up
hold
with,
on, wait,
with
wait,
mental
hold up. Can you not interrupt me, please?
No, because you're always talking. If I never interrupted you, I wouldn't get a chance to get my.
All right, what do you have to say? What do you have to say?
It links up more that the mental illness is drastically high in transgender people. You have to admit there's a big overlap of if you made a Venn diagram of trannies, mental illness, it would be damn near a circle.
Yeah, trans people do suffer from a lot of mental illness. They have anxiety, depression, and they have a higher suicide rate. Do you want to know what the data says to how to fix that?
I know. I bet it's probably chopping off their dicks and telling them that they're beautiful, isn't it?
Well, it is going through gender affirming treatment.
Oh, yeah. Called it. Oh man, that's crazy. That's so cool. You know what else we should do?
I know, you're so smart.
Yeah, thanks.
You're so smart.
If only I could
blown
read
away
the
by how
data
smart you are.
and the
Well,
definitions
there's a
and just
longitudinal
read them,
study, actually.
spit them out. I
Hold
don't
on.
care about your stupid ass study. Should we give
Well, then how do
opioid
you form
addicts
opinions on anything?
What?
If you don't care about studies, if you don't care about data, how do you literally form an opinion?
I don't know. My gut reaction's usually what I go with. I don't know about you.
So so I'm glad that you've admitted that you literally form your opinion based on feelings. That's really great.
No, I said
but I'd
gut.
like to form
I said gut, not feelings.
Okay, we're not gonna start debating on whether or not a gut feeling is a feeling or a gut instinct or whatever.
Are you
But
sure?
I prefer.
Are you aware
to
that
form...
90% of the information transferred from your gut to your brain, or transferred is from your gut to your brain? All of your hormones secreting, basically all of your body homeostasis is.
I actually
done
don't
by
know
your
right
gut.
now if you're. I don't know if you're trolling me right now or
I'm
not.
not trolling at all. Look up microbiota.
Okay, so I prefer to form my opinions based on data, and I have data. Again, let me go to the source here. This comes from the, again, National Library of Medicine. All right. This is a systematic review and meta-analysis of transgender people, which found this longitudinal study indicates that transgender people have a lower quality of life than the general population. However, that quality of life raises dramatically with gender-affirming treatment.
Mm-hmm.
Here's another study over here from Cornell University. This is actually an enormous meta-analysis on transgender people and the effect of gender transition on their mental health. Of the 56 studies, 52 indicated transitioning has a positive effect on the mental health of transgender people, and 4 indicated it had mixed or no results. 0 studies indicated gender transitioning has negative results. So you want to say that being trans is a mental illness, which is factually incorrect, but having gender dysphoria it is a mental illness. I agree, because it really affects your life and makes your life miserable. So if transitioning is proven by the data to be the best option for trans people, what's wrong with them transitioning?
Because it's setting a precedent that it's just normal, and it's not Frankenstein plastic surgery that is now being done to children.
Again, you keep bringing up children. This isn't being done to children.
Who is Jazz Jennings then, retard? Are you fucking joking me? Or do you really have your head that far up your ass?
How old is Jazz Jennings? I've like heard of her once. Hold on. She's 19.
When did she transition? Or he?
I don't know, but I can go through the process of that as well, since you seem to be really set on reliant on fear mongering.
Fear-mongering, not just reality. What do you think is going to happen to children?
Okay, wait, hold on, because you're trying to ignore data right now. But how do
I'm
you decide
ignoring
what
your
reality
stupid
is?
fucking studies that are done to mentally ill people by people that obviously are pushing an agenda for more trannies.
No,
that's
not true. That's
it's not true. If we just gave people that were addicted to a drug the drug that they wanted, and then they told us it would work, this is a fucking good ass study.
No,
the glaring results that most of these people are still
because drugs harm people, and going through
harming.
A gender transition
What's harming?
does not
Why
harm
don't we
people.
define? No, although sex reassignment surgery is literally the medical definition of mutilation, it doesn't harm them. Do
you think that people shouldn't have get plastic surgery for other reasons?
No, definitely not.
Okay, so so are you full on authoritarian? What's your political alignment?
I don't know. I don't vote.
Okay, so I mean, do you want to actually prohibit trans people from seeking treatment?
Yeah, they need mental help.
Again, that is factually incorrect. I can go to another study for you if you want. I'm gonna keep giving you data because you're so mad over here and you're so fucking triggered over the fact that data contradicts what your gut feelings are.
Okay, I'm just more annoyed that you think some stupid arguments that has been shared and politicized is going to change my opinion, when you can't answer the simple fact that trans women are just men invading women's spaces, and why we should allow that. Why is that okay?
So
why should we sit by for these spaces that have been formed in pretty much the past 2 decades?
Sure,
Domestic abuse
shelters, happy to answer that question.
Places that battered women's shelters, women's prisons.
I know, bathrooms, women's bathrooms, and all that. I know.
Yeah. Let's mock battered women with talking about.
No, I said
no.
I said women's bathrooms. I did not mock anyone.
Okay.
All right, now hold on. Pulling up some more spooky data for you. All right, here we go. This is a study, Springer Link, done in 2018. on the gender identity non-discrimination laws in public accommodations, a review of evidence regarding safety and privacy in public restrooms, locker rooms, and changing rooms. And again, I want to just clarify
what I was
that
talking about at all. I was
these are
talking
women's
about
spaces.
that's a bathroom, locker room, and public spaces. I'm talking about women's private spaces. Spaces
What do you
that
mean by that?
battered
Can you
women's
elaborate?
shelters, women's prisons. You obviously
Where,
can tell
like,
what
where are
I'm
men coming into these women's
where are
like,
trans women going into those spaces? Those are
Yeah.
men. They are still men, whether you want to define them as that or not. Why should people have to sit by or women or trans women in sports as well? I mean, that's an obvious glaring biological reality that you're just ignoring because you want to make a few people that want to feel special feel better.
Well, let me try to answer one thing at a time. Okay, so
Finally,
I don't have data on anything to do with.
You can't use your fucking head here. Can you think for yourself, or do you need a study to see if a man going into a woman's prison is a good idea?
Okay, so a man going into women's prisons. Again, I just don't have data on that. The closest thing I have is a data point about the safety and privacy and like restrooms, locker rooms, because that's originally what started with the whole thing. And I can tell you right here.
Yeah, it started with that.
It says.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Opponents of gender identity inclusive public accommodations, non-discrimination laws often cite fear of safety and privacy violations, which is what you're doing now, which is fine.
So we
and
shouldn't
again,
believe
I used
women.
to be the same.
We shouldn't believe women.
Thing.
No, you used to have a brain, but you're a fucking retard now.
This study presents findings from matched pair. Additionally, the study finds that reports of privacy and safety violations of public restrooms, locker rooms, and changing rooms are exceedingly rare. This study provides evidence that fears of increased safety and privacy violations as a result of non-discrimination laws are not empirically grounded. So the data is in, my friend, for when we allow what you would say a man dressing up as a woman to use women's spaces. And it doesn't really seem to be a problem. It's not really hurting anyone. In fact, actually, if you want to talk about trans people going to the prison of their choice, trans women in male prisons are actually far more likely to be abused.
Good.
Same with trans women using the male bathroom.
Good.
They're more likely to actually be victims of abuse.
That's crazy. Damn, I can't believe that, fucking weirdos that want to chop off their dicks are more likely to get bullied in male spaces. That's crazy.
I know, because I know you think you're very smart right now, but you haven't provided a single data point and instead made a bunch of snide, stupid little remarks.
Yeah, I'm really losing this one. You got me. So let's go on. Let's go on to...
You have not proved it.
Yeah, because I didn't fucking pull out NCBI to look at a bunch of Jewish statistics and go look, N is 3 here, so
These people just can't, you can't be reasoned with. I almost feel sorry for people like you. I mean, you're so caught up in your own little feelings, and you call everyone else triggered, but why are you so triggered by the existence of trans people?
Because they're abominations.
Why are you so triggered by this?
They're abominations, and they're the most fucking annoying people on the planet.
Okay, well, I would say you're probably one of the most annoying fucking people on the planet. But that's aside the point. Again, I don't want to get all petty and little arguments. Do you want to move on to transgender kids? Because you keep on bringing that one up, too.
Yeah, I want to hear how this isn't harm or child abuse. This is more
Sure, so here's usually what happens when children exhibit signs of being gender dysphoric, okay? Again, I will pull up my data on this. Here we are. So... children are not being chemically castrated or being put on some kind of permanent hormones or having their dicks chopped off or whatever.
Okay,
you may have heard.
Okay, let me. I learned this from a really smart guy I know. So just so I hear your argument correctly, I'm going to repeat it back to you to make sure that you're saying this on record. Is they're not chemically castrating children, and they're not mutilating their genitals, right?
As far as I know, no. However, if I'm incorrect, I would be happy to see some data on that.
I mean, yeah, sure. Jazz Jennings is a very popular trans star. In fact, had a reality TV show on E or VH1 with millions of views per week. And now her life is miserable because of her sex reassignment surgery. And a lot of the doctors are all...
So that's an anecdote.
Okay.
Where I can actually tell you what...
Okay, that's cool. Let's talk about a study. I'm going to finish my story. So, why is it all the doctors that are now reviewing this are unanimously saying, we do not know the effects going forward of using these types of methods on children? And we should just trust them and hope that, We're not just sending a kid down a butcher's knife for no reason. Irreversible, mind you. Just because of a decision they made as a child. We don't allow children to, we can't let them vote. They don't consent to sex, but they can consent to changing theirs. It's it's weird where you're willing to draw the line on this, where
Well, no, that's actually a really good question, and the thing is again, I want to keep reiterating that like I used to believe a lot of the same things that you believe now, so I understand where
anything. So we really saw
right, yeah, exactly. Except here I am actually arguing with data, and while you're telling stories.
Right,
but anyway,
atheist,
here's what actually happens when children exhibit signs of gender dysphoria. Oftentimes children are put on puberty blockers, and what puberty blockers do is they temporarily, it's exactly how they sound, they temporarily put a pause on puberty to give some time for the child to consider and continue going through.
You can't just put a pause on puberty like that. You don't.
Yes,
you
can.
Just play
puberty
God
blockers
like
are actually puberty blockers are pretty safe. Of course, listen,
They're pretty safe.
Like,
do you even know what the fuck you're talking about?
Yes, I'm reading this from Mayo Clinic.
Okay, before Googling anything, what's HPTA?
I don't know.
Okay. So you don't know anything about the endocrine system, but you know that puberty blockers are safe, right?
Well,
that's what you're saying. I just want. No. I'm making a quick point. You're saying you don't know anything about endocrinology, but you think puberty blockers are 100% safe.
I don't know I don't know what
you don't know what endocrinology is. You don't know what your hormonal system is. You fucking know a lot about studies, but you don't know basic biology. And you want to tell me
not a scientist, so I like to trust what scientists and doctors are saying for the most part. So let me try to break down what actually happens, okay? And I can tell you this right now. So the possible, let's see. Hold on, I'm trying to find this. Give me a second here.
Take your time. You're gonna have to read a book after this.
All right. So here's the criteria for children to begin puberty blockers. Okay, they need to show a long-lasting and intense pattern of gender nonconformity or gender dysphoria. They have to have gender dysphoria that began or worsened at the state of puberty. You have to address any psychological, medical, or social problems that could interfere with treatment. And you need provided informed consent. So what that looks like is a child might begin showing signs of gender dysphoria. So they meet with a therapist and they meet with a doctor for a pretty good amount of time, to make sure that this is possibly a good option. And then they are put on puberty blockers, which are temporary and for the most part harmless. Like any medication, there could be side effects. Absolutely. I'm not denying that. Nothing is 100% perfect. I'm on medication for anxiety and it has side effects as well. However, for the most part, puberty blockers have been proven to be safe.
Did you start your medication in 2017?
No.
Damn.
Why?
No, that's just when you really took a weird turn of not being able to not make a fool of yourself. But continue.
Okay. All right, so what happens is, let me read this to you. These are the benefits of puberty blockers, okay? So here we go back to the gender dysphoria. All right, it's a feeling of discomfort or distress. And this will help improve mental well-being. It can reduce depression and anxiety. It can improve social interactions and integration with other kids. It'll eliminate the need for future surgeries. You don't want people to mutilate themselves, so there you go. And reduce thoughts or actions.
Better just fuck with their nervous system.
Reduce thoughts or actions related to self-harm. So that looks like a kid would be put on puberty blockers, given some time to consider, because if a child is transgender, right, and they have gender dysphoria and then they go through the wrong puberty, that will greatly affect them in long term.
Yeah, just think about it. Just think about it. If the kid went through the wrong puberty, he'd never be able to have kids after becoming transgender. I can't believe you fucking listen to yourself and don't fucking you just can't get it, bro. Oh my lord.
I'm gonna wait till you're finished.
Okay, it's gonna be a second.
what's your solution then? Because puberty
Pim-
blockers have been
Pimicide.
proven pretty much safe. Hold on,
Pimicide.
actually one more time.
Okay, no, I already gave you my answer. I'm not looking for the rest of your argument. I'm ready to
Okay, wait, what
answer
was your answer?
Pimicide.
I didn't hear your answer.
Pimozide.
What is that?
It's a drug used in gender dysphoric patients that gets them to stop transitioning. Guess what? They don't commit suicide after.
Really?
Yeah.
Could you send me over some data on that? Because I've never heard of that. I'd be very curious to take a look at it.
Yeah, sure. I'll pull it up after this.
Okay. So what happens anyway with the puberty blockers is they're not permanent. It doesn't cause permanent changes. And did you know that puberty blockers have actually been used for kids in the past for issues unrelated to transgenderism? Sometimes kids actually have problems where they begin puberty too early. So they've been put on puberty blockers just to, make it so that their puberty begins at a normal time. But all that really happens with puberty blockers is it gives them that kind of a longer window to decide, is this something I want? Is this something I don't want? Because there are studies also that show sometimes trans people just grow out of it, right? So you don't want to do anything permanent, and that's why kids are not doing anything permanent. And then from that point on, they can decide if they want to continue treatment or if they want to just go back to their regular puberty, and then that's it. That's the end of it. They go off the puberty blockers and their puberty returns to normal.
So you truly just believe this is something that you can just decide on a whim, just walk in and out of?
No, you can't just decide this in a whim. Nope, you can't decide this just on a whim. Not at all.
No,
that's why
it's just like you literally just said a second ago, like, if they decide not to, then they're back to their original one. It's like it's
okay. Obviously, I'm oversimplifying a little bit. If the best you can do is get me on a semantic, then you're not doing too well. But yes, first you go into the doctor.
Let's clarify. You started the debate on semantics, so okay.
What was the semantics I began the debate on?
Your dumbass gender sex trap argument.
It's it's funny for someone who's like so scared of like you think that basic
I'm terrified
research.
Terrified of facts.
Yeah, dude. Look, I mean, this whole time you've been just like crying and raging over here, and I've been putting facts over feelings. Facts don't care about your feelings. I don't know if you've ever heard that one before, but it's true. Yeah. So, yeah, a child will meet with a doctor for a long period of time.
A tranny.
Okay, so do you want to continue arguing, or are you just gonna sit here and shit sling the whole time?
I mean,
because I'm actually trying to have a discussion with you.
If I hear the word data or study once more, I'm gonna get homicidal. So if we're gonna have to actually have a discussion here and not just say like all you're doing is the equivalent of Facebook fighting of here, look at this link. No, look at this link. No, look at this link. I want to hear what Hunter thinks, and Hunter can't even think for himself. So
that's
I don't know
not true. My thoughts.
Okay, let's circle back to that first question that I asked why is it men always invading the safe spaces of women, the private spaces of women, under the guise of being a trans woman? Why is it never trans men? Women invading male spaces. It's very obviously every trans kerfuffle in public, you could call it. You have that one person that wanted to get his balls waxed.
Jessica Yaniv?
Yeah. Trans
woman.
That
person's a retard.
Oh, damn, that's crazy. But it always seems to be the case, doesn't it, of a trans woman really pushing the bounds. No one really cared about women going into the men's bathroom for some unbeknownst reason, just because, the sexes and genders are equal. So if a woman wanted to use the men's bathroom, it would be totally fine. It wasn't until the men wanted to use the women's bathroom, that's when people were like, oh, that's weird. Almost like it's an innate thing of, like, a normal person would want to, protect the females versus you that wants to not offend anybody.
What a cock.
Yeah, I know,
you sound
right?
like such a cock right now, dude. What's this? What you want to like defend the females? You sound like such a beta, dude. Are you sure you're not a coomer? Because this is some beta shit right here.
Damn, that's really...
like what do you mean like defend the females from what?
Come on.
Again, what do you mean? You have these perverse people that are being fueled by fetishism. That want to fulfill
if a man goes into a woman's bathroom and rapes the woman, rape is illegal, and he will go to prison.
If we just accept that men that say that they're women and just believe them, and they invade a woman's prison or a battered women's shelter where people are actually in danger, not just public spaces like your stupid ass bathroom argument. Like, actually, the real world where fucking, like, people have problems. And this only affects the lowest class of women, too.
You're actually not entirely correct here, because
Oh, no, I'm not entirely correct, because I actually have a study here. If you look, let's go. Let's hear it.
Because a lot of like these women's shelters deny trans women access to those shelters. And that's one of the reasons why trans people are oftentimes like homeless or victims of abuse.
Good. They should go to men's shelters then. They should stop trying to be around women.
Well, see, that's the problem. Is when trans women go to a men's prison or a men's shelter, they have a higher risk of being abused than the trans person has.
Darn. We should just throw away.
They're much more likely to abuse.
We should just throw away women. We should just fuck them, because a few trans men are gonna feel bad. God.
What are you talking about right now? You're jumping all around. You sound like a complete idiot. Trans women are far more likely to be abused than they are to be abusers. Again, this is statistically proven.
That's not entirely true. If you look at domestic spousal abuse rates, I'm pretty sure that's actually at like 100% wrong.
Okay. So what's your overall point here? Like I don't see the harm. Where's the harm with this?
What do you mean? We've discussed the danger that it leads to women. The danger that it poses to children, that you think it's nothing. You don't know the first thing about your hormone system, but you think that like some medication can just pause your life cycle.
Yeah, it can pause puberty, and they're used for issues outside of transgenderism as well.
That's great, dude. They should stick to that.
Do you think you know more than a doctor?
Yeah, most times, yeah.
Are you an anti-vaxxer?
It depends on the what you mean. I mean, like flu vaccine.
Like, do you get vaccinated, or I know it's unrelated. I was just kind of.
I don't get the flu vaccine. No.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, again, like you haven't really demonstrated where the harm of accepting trans people is.
I mean, I did. You just neglected to face reality. You said, well, those are such
No, I
things.
have not at all neglected to face reality. I've looked at what the studies say, and it looks like it's not really a danger.
Okay. Well, I got
That's like, hold on, like, listen to how stupid you sound. This is like me saying, let me think here. So you know how people have ovens in their homes?
Sure.
You know how people have like stoves, like they cook things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone that has a stove in their house is likely to burn their house down with it. And then you can look up studies that show actually no, people who have ovens, I'm just making shit up, by the way, for the sake of an example.
Yeah, you're explaining
no, people who have
causation versus correlation. Great. Cool.
People who have ovens in their home, actually the data just shows it's not actually that big of a danger. So what's wrong with having ovens in your home? And you're just like no, if we do it, then more people will get hurt because I feel that way. Like, that's what you're saying right now.
Okay, I guess we'll just continue to let men dominate women's sports because they want to. And
you keep actually, you know what, the trans sports issue is definitely the most complicated of topics for sure.
Definitely,
I think that
actually is on display right in front of you. But no, you're right.
I don't think the trans sports are very good. Actually, I don't think that someone should at all be able to just say that they identify as a woman and then just compete against women, because there is a biological difference there, and that would be an unfair advantage to women. In reality, what should be the case is trans people need to be on hormones for a good amount of time before they can actually compete in the sport that aligns with their gender identity. And the reason for that is because after you're on hormones for a while, it actually it really does wreck your muscle mass, and it reduces testosterone, and it actually puts you in a range where you will be more fit to compete against biological females or whatever.
No fucking clue what you're talking about. No, it doesn't.
Yeah, I do. That's again.
It doesn't.
I'm going based on
I'm going
research.
Off of personal experience.
And that's the shitty way to go about things.
Really, you've inundated your body.
That's a stupid way to go about things. By that logic, you could prove or disprove anything.
And that's what I plan to do. So you've inundated your body with enough hormones to feel what it's like to be a woman, or feel like what it's like to be a better person. You
No.
don't know anything about hormones' effects on the body to the point that you think a man's muscle mass could ever match a female's just based off hormones. You act like estrogen
Well, if they're on
kills
hormones,
muscles.
usually like
You know,
what-
estrogen is one of the best hormones to make your muscle mass grow, along with IGF-1.
Really?
Hunter's body
Like
probably
you
match
you
up
like you
females,
could
but
you can't even fucking like you think when I said my gut, I was talking about feelings. You're that stupid. You don't even know about your fucking gut microbiome. You're talking about hormones on children, puberty blockers. You don't even know the basics about endocrinology. You're a joke.
Well, that's because I'm not really a scientist.
No,
or a
you're
doctor,
not.
So yeah,
This is what I went to school for, you fucking retard. Your hypothalamus pituitary testes axis doesn't recover after puberty blockers. You would need something like HCG, which you're not going to administer to a child. Like,
well, I mean, I would like to see some information on that. That's just not what the data is
sure.
saying.
How about this? You have a huge following on YouTube. Why don't you actually go take a class on hormones? Go take a good endocrinology for beginners class, and then walk out of it and be like, yeah, you know what? We can play God. We can do it.
So this is the equivalent of like go educate yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, like literally learn the basics and not the language. This is why you changed your opinion, because you got beaten so badly by SJWs in a debate because you couldn't fucking define your way out of it that you're like, you know what, they're just right. We just have to go along with it. I can't even do the basics and look into like how hormones affect the body, how high estrogen levels and the effects that it has on depression, anxiety, and mental illness will make a man probably do anything, including chop his dick off for attention. You couldn't even do this.
Again, it's not for attention. Because
Okay,
you keep trying to make a point and then you keep getting all like hyperbolic and you end up sounding really
That's
stupid.
why transgender people definitely aren't the most flamboyant and annoying out of all of the LGBT, right? It's
Not all
for
of them are.
attention. It's not all of them. We got to keep going.
Hold on. Wait. Stop. Because if we're able to go by personal experience, I've actually met trans people who are very nice and kind, normal people. So I guess you're wrong, dude. Because that's literally the same way that you're trying to argue from personal experience. Based on my understanding, when a man begins taking hormones to biologically transition into a woman, that reduces their muscle mass, obviously, and it changes many variations of their body. The specifics I am not aware of. I'm not a scientist or a doctor, so I would not comment on something I'm not too familiar with. However, it would not make sense for a person who is biologically male to say, I'm a female, and then begin competing against women. That would be unfair, and that would be, they would have an unfair advantage. So I think that it would not be appropriate for the trans person to compete against women until after they have been on hormones for a long enough time that their muscle mass is more comparable.
That time is infinite. It will never be comparable. Otherwise, you would just have weight classes and have men and women just be in the same weight class. It is never going to happen.
Okay, so let's get back to where the harm is then. Where's the harm of accepting trans people?
Dude, I straight have told.
Well, hold on, wait, because these have been your arguments so far. Children, which no kid is being forced to transition or something. Kids are going through. Kids are sometimes put on puberty blockers, which puts a temporary pause on puberty, and then they're able to get off.
It's not reversible.
It is reversible. Yes, it is. You're lying right now.
Find one study that says it is.
Sure, I'm finding you right now. Okay. Are the changes permanent? MayoClinic.org.
Fully reversible.
Oh, I'm finding a study right now with my big brain.
GnRH. All right.
Yeah, that's
gonadotropin releasing hormone.
Yeah. Do you know? Do you know that's what they use to chemically castrate prisoners?
Well, maybe at a certain dosage. I don't know all of these things. No. But anyway, I'm going off of what this is saying from Mayo Clinic. Using these hormones doesn't cause permanent changes in an adolescent's body. Instead, it pauses puberty, providing time to determine if a child's gender identity is long-lasting. It also gives children and their families time to think about or plan for the psychological, medical, development, social, and legal issues ahead. If an adolescent child stops taking these, puberty will resume. So yeah, you're factually incorrect. So nothing is really harmful for kids going on puberty blockers, and it would be far more
you're really going to
prevent them.
You're going to. I just want to preface here. You just read the drug that they use to chemically castrate prisoners, and said that you read the abstract for it, and tried to sound smart, and you want to go on and say that it is completely reversible and it's just totally fine to give willy-nilly, because it can be, it's it's just a pause. It doesn't, while growth plates are forming, while the skeletal, like
Well,
your
I
actual
looked it up here, and it
skeleton-
looks like it's a mix of other drugs as well. So yeah, no doubt about it. That like I'm sure that that's like saying anesthesia kills people. Well, no, it doesn't. You can go on it with a certain dosage, and
No,
it
it's
actually is
not.
fine.
No,
That's
it's
like
not.
you could say
It's not. It's not like that at all, because GnRH was specifically founded for that purpose. It's not like they found out like
No, this
it's
is-
it's not like they made it to make kids become girls and then they're like, you know what, we can use it on pedophiles too. Two birds, one stone. Like it's again and again, if you knew what the HPTA was.
So what is it actually? Hold on. What this is
I know exactly
it's the
what it is.
that releasing hormone with a few other ones as well. Okay, so based on just administering that, just this, I'm trying to get the word right, gonadotropin releasing hormone, that does not enact permanent changes. And again, it would be far more dangerous.
It literally atrophies your testicles.
It puts a pause on
No,
puberty. Yes,
it
yes, that's what this says
atrophies
right here. You're
your
right.
Testicles.
Actually, you're right.
Oh,
Sexual
you were
organ-
right. Ah, damn, that's crazy.
These are the physical changes in the body that typically appear. Yeah, so it literally puts a pause on puberty.
Yeah, I got.
Okay, so
nothing
that's
else.
the first thing. That's the first thing
Mhm.
that is, again, not proven to harm really anyone. I forget what your other issue was. There were men going into women's spaces or something,
Yeah,
which
it doesn't
again, there's no
matter.
data to really support that either.
Right.
And then what was your other one too? I can't
The
remember
mental
now.
illness thing. You got me.
Oh, right, that it's a mental illness,
You
despite
got-
the fact that literally 0 medical institutions agree with you.
Right.
Right. Okay, great. So, do you want to just admit that your opinion on trans people are based on feelings?
No.
Because then at least we could talk about it.
No. It's not based on feelings at all. It's based on instinct that these people are degenerate creeps. But
Okay.
do you want to go ahead and say that you completely threw away God because you lost an internet debate 3 years ago?
What are you even referring to?
That's you're an atheist now, aren't you?
I kind of consider myself agnostic. Like, I think there could be a God. I'm just not too clear on it yet.
Okay. And this whole becoming a gay libertarian type thing after that is kind of part and parcel with that. I don't know. It's just it's
no.
it's
I
crazy.
I actually became more of an atheist like the beginning of 2017.
So that was 3 years ago.
Yes.
You're good at listening.
And my opinions on trans issues specifically changed because I saw this data and because I did more research, and I just realized that I was sort of thinking with my feelings when it came to trans issues.
No, you were thinking logically. You got tricked into believing that you were wrong by a bunch of facts. That's all that happened.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, you're welcome to feel that way.
It's pretty obvious, man.
Okay. Yeah. You're welcome to feel that way. You know, that's what makes America great. Is everyone has freedom to do what they want with their own feelings or their own bodies.
Yeah, that's why it's great. All right, man. This was a good talk. Thanks for this. When can I look for it going up? Try not to edit it too much. I want all my responses to be clear and
Oh no, don't worry. This won't be edited. I think that you did enough for just talking to yourself. But I will. I'm not sure when this will be up. I always record it though, just to be safe. And I'll let you know if I post it. I'll send you a link. All right.
Cool. Sounds good.
All right. See you later, man.
See ya. Good lord, that was so tiring, man.
Yeah, he's not gonna post it, but it's already posted. You dumb bitch.
Got him. The fun thing with recording laws is only one party has to say it, but he said it. He didn't know I was recording.
What an idiot. Fucking retard. Thanks for the free. We looked at the data here. We're fine. Also, while I was listening to that, I looked at the data here, and there's a study here from the Mayo Clinic that shows that Hunter Avallone's a faggot. Bro, that was pathetic.
Dude,
Holy shit.
I was there's so many times, you saw it in my face where I was just like,
Yeah.
wow.
Bro, I'm sitting here like playing Fortnite. And I'm just like, oh my fuck! Like, did he really like say that? Oh, I don't know anything about endocrinology. But I've read this prescription drug study and like
Yeah.
shut. Oh my fucking god, you retard!
I don't know. It's just like that's like a peak mid-wit IQ where it's just like, well, I need to see a study to believe it. Like, luckily, there's an article that came out like literally 13 hours ago talking about how puberty blockers aren't reversible. But yeah.
Bro, that's insane. The whole thing was fucking nuts. I can't like. Did he even like make an argument of any kind of his own? Like
No.
literally all he was like, wow, congrats, bro, you read Wikipedia for a fucking debate. Jesus fucking Christ, what a homo. Like none of it even made sense anyways. Like it was so fucking retarded. Oh, actually, according to this study, which by the way, like, if you even believe studies, you're a fucking retard. Because
Yeah.
here's what happens: they take like 10 trans people. I'm like, are you happy? Oh, look at this! Trans people's overwhelmingly happy after getting surgery. Yeah.
Like the where I had it pulled up earlier. Oh, maybe it's in my Gmail. But like the reason like one school's like getting transgender bathrooms now is because like 150 people took an online survey. Like it's and like the
Yeah.
majority said like, yeah, it's like kind of uncomfortable to find a bathroom.
Yeah. Well, I mean, of course, dude. Like, it's nothing he said would sway anyone to be like, yeah, actually, I like trans people now. It's exactly like you said. Like, he literally got duped into thinking that he was a retard, and then he was like, well, I'm gonna become a retard.
Yeah, no, I was just like when I first saw him like post the story on Instagram that was like do you agree that like gender and sex are the same? Do you think trans people are valid? Debate me. And I was like, "Oh, he wants to go down the dumb Jewish tongue sports path, linguistics arguing." And I'm like, "No, I don't. Let's get past the stupid fucking defining thing. You're right. They're different.
Oh yeah.
This is I'm not muddying myself up in the water. Let's get to the fucking meat and potatoes of this."
He's such a retard. Like, it was painful. It was fucking painful to listen to that. Like, he was like, I don't actually have any beliefs of my own. I just follow the data. I just follow the data. Like, bruh, what a cuck. What an absolute fucking
He
cuck
called himself
position
that
is.
too.
Oh, no, like,
He's let me guess.
multiple.
Let
He
me
kept
guess. I'm a
saying it.
cuck, and I'm like, why am I here?
Yeah, he kept calling him like it was multiple times. He kept calling himself a cuck, and I was like, well, bro, like now I think you're projecting onto yourself.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Did we get donations?
Yeah, we got some donations here. Give me 1 second. I'm in a build battle right now in Fortnite. I'm going fucking off. Like, I got a fucking dub. Oh, I got sniped. Okay, I can quit now. First like match I played, I got a fucking dub because I'm sitting here listening to this. I'm just getting fucking amped. Like, God, I wish. Why am I not in there? Why am I not in there? Like, I was like, oh, let me out. You know. Oh man. Yeah, let's read some through these donations here. We got the Right Honorable, who said, "Imagine accepting government data without questioning its author's intentions. What a retard." Climate Gate, ring a bell. $1 from Sackhool, who said, can't you think for yourself? I need the data. Holy hell, I bet this homo also says that people need to think more critically or something."
Yeah, probably. That was like super annoying. I'm just like, well, how do you feel? And he's like, I would have to see a study. And I'm like,
Yeah, it's like, bro.
What?
Bro, how do I become a scientist so I can just like fucking have like, bro, like you're a fucking science simp.
It's like,
Like, that's what you are.
It's like mom walks in his room, is like, honey, are you gonna fold your laundry? He's like, I have to do some projections analysis first on it.
That's what I need to do. My wife called me during all this shit, and I like walked out. She's like, "Hey, were we doing anything?" That's when my reply is like, "Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at the data here and see. Like, I don't know. So hard, you know." Yeah, Hunter Avallone, the fucking science simp. That's what he is. We got $4.20 from Star Driver, but dope, who says, "Got a study here that says Hunter a gay retard." I think that was like an hour. That was like 30 minutes ago, so that was like way before my joke. So that's great. Evening Sequence tip $3.33 says, "Why is this retarded gay F word on the sweat?" because it was funny.
Yeah.
We got $6.90 from Groiperwave. He says, thank you for this salute. $4.20 from Forgot the Last Name I Used, who said, I'm not a doctor and I don't know basic biology, but let me repeat this shit I don't understand to pretend like I'm smart. Yeah, pretty much. That's Hunter Avallone. We got $10 from Powder Keg. Says puberty blocker man loves Garfield and Odie's stinky toes. Okay. $20 from Rando number 9 and says his whole strategy was basically appeal to authority fallacy. Lobotarians aren't sending their best. $5 from Baseless Accusation says best episode of Health and Hubris ever. Looking forward to the next one. Bro, like, and don't get like I don't know half as much shit as you do about this subject as far as like endocrinology and like gut microbia and stuff like that. But I know like basic shit on it.
Right.
And,
You
like,
don't need to know anything. Like you don't need to know enough. You don't need to know anything to be like, yeah, they'll just go to the same muscle mass eventually.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, bro, like how like. Him like there's so many things that he said that was like absolutely mind-blowing to me, like saying that if a man's on puberty blockers long enough that he'll have the same muscle mass and bone structure as a woman.
Yeah,
like
there's like that, like the whole like, well, like who's it harming type of thing, which is just like you would have to point out a specific example personally to that person for them to see it, and it's just like look around. Like,
yeah.
Every single time there's something like trans in the news, it's 100% always a man becoming a female. Whether, you want to be a woke person or, rabid misogynist, it's the easiest point to fucking hit these people. Just look at them and just be like, you're just allowing men to invade women's spaces. Why? Like, it's gay people don't even really like trans people, and you have Hunter going this hard, reading this much about them, like this study after study, like his life depends on it. What the fuck?
Yeah. Oh man, it was pitiful. I was really waiting for him to pull up fucking like WebMD next. That's what I was waiting for. Like a WebMD here says that gender dysphoria can be treated by Tylenol.
Yeah.
Fucking retard.
Yeah, it's like he's like GNRH, and I'm like, I've heard of that before. And I'm like, oh yeah, I remember. I was like,
I was like, I'm not kidding. I was waiting for him to cite a Reddit thread. I was waiting for it. I was like, bro, if he does, I'm joining that call somehow, and I'm just screaming at this fucking guy because I was just waiting for it. It's like, well, there's actually a Reddit here by God hates me XX420 that says that trans people actually live happy lives. It's like, bruh, no, I've never seen a happy trans person, ever. I've never seen a happy trans person. Not on Twitter, not in real life, not on TV, not in a movie. They're always fucking miserable about everything.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Show me one happy trans person.
Well, they're the ones that transitioned, and it's like the ones that killed themselves. Like,
yeah. I mean, they may be happy like immediately after they get the surgery, but it's kind of like when you buy like a new video game. You're like, oh, this is really cool, and then you play it for like 8 hours, and you're like, all right, I'm fucking bored. I'm just gonna I'm trading it in.
It's just such like it truly is something pointless to kind of like discuss because it's such an obvious thing that like. If you don't get it, you can't get past it. Like, you can be like, well, studies say and blah, 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 and, like, still, it's so much of a minority. And mostly, like, he still didn't define male and female. Like, I 100% fucking clocked him. I knew every argument before I even got here. I knew every argument when he responded as quickly as he did last night. I'm like, oh, he's gonna be gung-ho and just be retarded, and, like, he's gonna use every argument that swayed him and thinks.
You told me this last week. Whenever we
were
gonna have it. Like, you were literally like, yeah, he's gonna pull up the whole sex and gender thing. He's gonna like, I was like, yeah.
And I'm just like, just define male and female, and he's like, well, why don't you? And it's like XXXY.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, what about the small minority? Checkmate.
Yeah, what about the 0.001% of the population that are actually just like born with both parts? Or it's like, bro, that never happens.
Right.
Did he really try to say there's more intersex people than redheads? Is that what he tried to say?
There's no way that's accurate.
No.
There's so many things that like he was like getting ready to explain to me, and I'm like, oh, come on.
I know. I was like, even I was like, bro, come on with this. Like, what are you doing? It was unbelievable. Like I've never seen a man so utterly fucking gay. Like he like first like it was like his whole debate tactics of like, well, we're going to establish the narrative and the definitions of everything first before we go into this, and it was really funny because every time you'd catch him on something, he'd be like, you're going all over the place, and it's like, no, what he said was directly relevant to what you were talking about about invading women's spaces.
Right.
You wanted to talk about like fucking bathrooms and shit, and then you bring up prisons. Like, oh, you're going all over the place here.
Like, yeah, because I'm like, just like think for yourself. Like, what do you think? Do you think a man? It's a man. You know, I assume that it didn't get surgery. You know, whatever. Goes into a woman's prison, and it's just gonna you just expect it to work out. What if it's a lesbian? It's a lesbian trans pre-op woman going into a women's prison. It's fine. Well, it would make them feel too bad, and you know we haven't seen it happen, so let's just play God and be let's make them lab rats. And it's just like it's truly to the point. Mask on for a second. We should just kind of I don't know, do something to these people.
Unironically. By the way, we need big donos because I'm going to AF Pack next week, and we're doing the sweat live from AF Pack. So we need big donos. We gave you some pretty good content today. I think we deserve it. Yeah, I'm trying to raise money for AF Pack, and yeah, I'm gonna be doing some live streams from the road, live streams from Washington D.C. It's gonna be lit. Let me read some of these donations real quick. We got $13.37 from Mr. YouTube, who says oink oink. Best donation so far. If you're not gonna say anything, if you say oink oink, like that's also that's acceptable. So big shout out to Mr. YouTube. $1 from Oscar Larson, who says my puff bar just ran out. I mean, cool. Thanks for the buck. $4.20 from Kappa, who says after Robert Putnam tried to bury his results and Bath University axed their study into unhappy trannies, scientists get the wall next to journos and simps. Unironic. Yeah, I need to raise some money because I have to go buy a new suit.
Oh really?
Yeah, I haven't worn a suit since I started working out, and so now I'm like fat. I'm like Chris Farley, like fat guy in a little coat, you know?
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I've got like dress shirts and shit, but I need to go buy a blazer.
Yeah. Go to Nordstrom Rack.
Yeah, there H&M's got some good shit too.
Yeah, Nordstrom
pretty
Rack's
cheap.
Good shit, and it's real cheap.
Yeah, I think I'm a big fan of H&M personally because it's like
I liked H&M, but when I was lifting, nothing fit.
Yeah, see, I'm not lifting anymore, so now it fits okay. But yeah, it's all like European sizes, which is fucking weird. I always have to buy everything like a size bigger at H&M. But I was eyeing a blazer. It was like $35 for like a blazer, like a nice blazer. I was like, that's doable.
People are saying go to Ross.
Bro, if I had a Ross, I would. We don't have a Ross here.
Oh, you gotta join Discord. I think this guy has watched the debate and wants to come try and explain how I'm stupid because I don't like science.
Oh, okay, yeah, we can do that. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Is it this guy?
Is it this guy right here?
Okay, yeah, it is. All right.
Pull him in.
You're live on the Weekly Sweat. What's up?
He's muted.
Oh,
yeah. Figure it out, buddy. Bro, how are you gonna debate us and you can't even figure out a microphone on Discord? He's probably sitting there like talking like, "Oh, can you guys hear me?" No, retard, you're muted.
Why is it always the science people are the fucking biggest retards?
Bruh. Well, because they don't think for themselves. They have to fucking... Bro, there's no studies on how to unmute your mic on Discord, right?
I'm sorry, we haven't looked at the data on how to work a microphone. I can't debate, sorry.
Ugh. Come on, bro. Figure it out. He went out. I'm pulling it back in. Come on. Come on, bro. You can figure it out.
First thing on Google that comes up for Somniostatic is Vosh Discord logs. Oh, great. Oh, no.
Any minute now. Bruh, just look at the data on how to unmute yourself. Was he like in the chat or some shit, just talking shit?
Yeah.
Oh, these dudes are just really dumb bigots. Yeah. You got us. We're the dumb ones. We can figure out how to use a fucking microphone, retard.
The dumb ones. We think that men are men, women are women. Fucking retard. Damn.
Bruh, it does not take that long to figure out how to unmute a microphone. Alright? It's not that hard.
Come on, if an Aboriginal midget can get a GoFundMe, you can surely get your mic working.
Hold on, I'm restarting Discord. Alright, restart it, man. Do what you gotta do. Let's go. It's unbelievable. Well, while we're waiting on this dummy, read some more of these donations here. Oh, we don't got any. Cool.
Damn.
Fuck you guys.
See more about this coronavirus? It seems fucking pretty scary. I'm like really freaking out.
I'm not.
You live in a good area. I live in.
I'm going to DC next week.
Oh yeah, you're definitely gonna get it there.
I hope so.
I probably already have it. I've already. I did go to the airport like twice this week, so.
Yeah, I hope I do get it there. Then I won't have to go to work.
Yeah.
Can I get disability if I get coronavirus?
Probably. I mean, it kills your nuts.
Yeah.
So maybe.
Weird, dude. I'm not muted. Yeah, you are, bro. Yeah. Your shit is muted. Connected on another client. Bro, I'm not here to explain it to you. Like, if you can't even figure out fucking Discord, there's no way you can explain trannies to me, okay? Because Discord is like, trannies know Discord, all right?
They're molded by it. You could say.
Oh, shit. Have some patience, motherfucker. No, fuck you.
What do you mean?
You're a retard.
I don't really. I'm over it. You're annoying now. Like you're just gonna use the same dumbass debates. It's not worth it.
Yeah, but I didn't get a chance to argue with
true.
anybody. I wanted. Beardson gets to have a little fun too. I mean, I want to talk about genital mutilation. You know, I want to have some fun. Flamenco, yeah, I'll bring you in here in a minute. Let me get this guy figured out, and I'll bring Flamenco in. Flamenco's cool. Bruh. This guy's like in Discord. Nope, not connected on my phone. I don't know. Let me look at the data here and figure it out. Like, do you want to fucking Skype? Like, what? Like. Jesus. I bet it's a female. It's gotta be. This is. Nuke says, "Tell Grandpa to log off OnlyFans and he'll get on Discord." Oh, he disconnected. Oh my God. This is what we have to do for your entertainment: is talk to literal fucking retards every week. Every week we do this. Oh, I think he fixed it. Did you fix it? Are you good to go now? I heard you talking. Hello? You're lighting up. That's a good sign.
Now I can't hear anyone.
Bruh.
This is funny.
This guy can't even figure out Discord. He's going to explain endocrinology to us. Are you there? Can you hear now?
There's so many people that are new for the first time. They're like, dead air, kind of weird, creepy.
I'm kind of delayed, but I'm trying to fix it. But I can hear you through YouTube.
Bro, that's like a 20-second delay, retard. How about you just learn how to fucking use Discord? God damn. Aren't you trainees supposed to be good at this?
Learn how to use Discord.
Holy fuck. Dummies, man. He keeps leaving. Did you figure it out?
I dragged him
I think
out.
so, yeah.
Okay.
You good?
Yep.
About time.
All right, let me pause stream. Hey, you guys are really impatient. I mean, you're live, but I don't. Whatever. So yeah, why do you? I guess I just came in and heard you guys talking shit about someone for citing studies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why?
Waste of time. You probably have autism, so that might be relevant to your interests, but nobody really.
Do you have actual arguments or just really dumb shit to say?
Do you actually have autism?
No.
You sure you're not lying?
So why do you? I just don't understand.
Why do you?
No one's going to get persuaded by a study. It's a waste of time.
Yeah, why do you worship studies? Why do you worship studies so much? That's what I want to know.
That's a straw man. No, I never said I worship studies. I'm asking why you would make it out that someone's a science simp because they're
explaining it to you. I'm explaining it to you because he doesn't have an original thought for himself, and he's relying all on studies that are his arguments. He doesn't have. He couldn't even explain.
Okay. So then you're saying that. Excuse me. You're saying that if someone comes to a conclusion in their own brain that doesn't agree with like popular science, then science must be fucked up.
Yeah, probably they can do their own research. It's not like that's not what I'm saying though. What I'm saying is
basically
what you just said. No. You're extrapolating what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say in the point of a debate, citing studies, throwing studies at somebody is poor arguing. Nobody cares. It's A, not entertaining, B, it's not persuasive, and C, it's not his own words. That's the problem with citing studies.
Okay, but
what?
Maybe your gay mind cares about it, and your long form forum debates care. Most people don't care. Hardly anybody really cares. He didn't even really.
I would agree that it's kind of an ineffective way to argue to just say, well, look at this study, look at this study, look at this study. But to people who actually, but if someone actually takes the time to look at those studies and they are valid studies that are peer reviewed and everything.
Most studies now are bullshit. So if you want to agree.
Well, that's not.
Here, hang on. We're gonna do. I'm gonna do a study right now.
Almost 100% of psychological studies can't be replicated. Most studies just have a poor. Yeah, look it up. It's most studies have really poor sample sizes.
Look it up on where, like Breitbart or something.
No, you can go to NCBI.
All right, hold on.
We're gonna do a study right now in the chat. I'm conducting a study right now. Type G in the chat if this guy's gay. This is a study.
Yeah. The whole performative cruelty stick doesn't really appeal to me much.
I don't care what appeals to you or not.
It's probably why you came on the show, because you're an idiot.
Yeah. Oh,
No,
the chat's full of G's. The studies are concluded. This is a peer. Sean, you as my peer, will you review the study?
I'm reviewing it. I'm checking it.
This
is a bigger sample size than any study Hunter is using.
That's what you guys actually think studies are. That you think they're that shallow.
They are. That's what they are.
That shows how scientifically illiterate you really are.
Right. That it shows that you went to community college and have never actually been a part of a study. That's what it shows.
No, it shows that you guys.
It shows that you have an utmost respect to academia and producing fine results 100% of the time.
Okay, then what would you say to someone who doesn't believe in gravity? Would you say gravity's
I don't know.
I don't care.
Nope. Use a better argument. That's the
argument you're making right now.
I would call them a gay retard. Just the same thing that I would call most people.
Sean, what if you were a Chinese spy and you had sex with a white woman? What would happen? Wow, I could make up this dumb bullshit comparisons too. Yeah.
You're basically saying that what I feel in my little heart of hearts and brain is more important than what the collective humanity's knowledge has come to the conclusion of. So
collective humanity's fucking gay.
It's really crazy that I was talking about replication studies in inobjective qualities such as psychology, something that can't be defined and is very loose, versus gravity, which is a very objective reality. Do you see how disingenuous your argument is here?
I think to you guys it's the exact same level of
shit, because you can't comprehend that the fantasy land of what is in your head is not reality. Something like your
believe that,
sex.
Okay, so wait, hold on.
Something that is your sex that exists in the physical world. Your XX or XY chromosomes along with your reproductive. That's not what determines sex. Okay, whatever. Whatever your gay study says. That represents your sex. Right? No, it determines your sex, not your gender.
But that's what I was getting at. So
of course, because you want to get in a gay linguistic argument where where you can get away with whatever you want, where you can define things however you want, versus the objective reality. That is what I'm talking about. We are no longer interested in debating about your stupid subjective reality.
No, but that's the point, isn't it?
It's not. It's not the point. We're just not doing it. It's not our subjective reality. It's objective.
Your subjective
objective
and stretching that to include the objective things that you don't agree with, and then you're saying that's not really objective.
It's just objective things being objective things. I'm not going out of my way.
Okay, let me ask you this: did you go to college?
Yes, I did.
What did you master in or major in, whatever?
Endocrinology.
And you don't believe in
you
basically don't believe in science.
No, not really. Doctors are generally dumber than most people. Most engineers are smarter than most doctors.
Doctors don't even know how to operate a fucking keyboard, dude. They're literally brain dead.
Again? Is that
I don't know. If you want to talk about this subject, it should be something you're an expert on. But since you don't even know the definition like the last asshole, and in that time you were incompetent enough to not even Google it and maybe see what it is, it probably says a lot about your intellect.
Glands and hormones. So, okay, then let me ask you this. What does your superior knowledge tell you about gender versus sex?
How hormones specifically affect your body and how they were designed to affect your body.
So so then like hormone washes in the womb and all that kind of shit?
Like when you eat food or get stressed or when you're pregnant?
Right.
Sure.
But also like what I just said. Like hormone washes in the womb.
Yeah, sure. Not really, no, but...
Did you study that?
I mean, no, I didn't. I'm not an OBGYN, so why...
So what specifically in endocrinology did you study?
You don't specify endocrinology, it's just you study endocrinology.
So you study how glands and hormones work. You don't really study how human bodies develop.
Do you want him to like break it down for you?
Are you serious?
You're a retard, or
do you not?
I mean, that's kind of what you just said.
Do you think like we just affected just how hormones work and like not the broader spectrum of the body? Like
that's literally what you just said.
Get to the point.
My point is that if hormones determine so much about a person in terms of their sexual characteristics, then I just don't understand how you could be a reactionary, I guess.
It's because you didn't go to college, probably.
No, I did go to college.
Do you know there's been not a single study of offering a child with gender dysphoria the opposite hormone, the hormone that they're selected from birth, whether it be testosterone, progesterone, or estrogen?
There's not been a single study of a child being offered the opposite.
No.
Why would you do that to a?
Why would you offer a child? Why would you listen to a child when they say?
What do you mean by child? What age range are you talking about with child? Like an 8-year-old? Like a 5-year-old?
Yeah, like before puberty.
Okay, but do people really do that before puberty?
Yes.
Before at least some sort of puberty age type deal?
Yes, I mean, I'm not sure you know this. There was just a custody battle in Texas between a man and a woman because the woman wanted to put their 8-year-old son on puberty blockers, and they got a divorce, and there was a big hubbub about it. But
that's probably because he was about to enter puberty.
Probably because his fucking kid was about to go on puberty blockers, not because of puberty.
No, I mean because the child was probably close to entering puberty, and they wanted to stop it, I would assume. They didn't just randomly. I mean, they wouldn't.
Yeah, the child made the decision. He was like,
the child definitely was like.
The child
Dad,
consented.
I'm ready.
I'm trying to understand the way you guys think.
I
don't get it.
Yeah, I don't think you will, because you're in that bad range of being like a 105 IQ and just being too stupid to grasp.
You're kind of what we call cringe and blue pill.
See, you're one of those hyper individualist types where you think no one else is like you, and in fact you're so easily defined that like I've talked to so many of you, it's not even funny.
I bet you got told a lot. I bet you got told a lot as a child that you're gifted because you know how to use a computer.
On your part,
it's not.
You don't know anything about me. I'm not part of your audience. I'm not part of the fucking internet. Children, whatever.
You can go off of responses. It's something called heuristics.
That's something called projection, actually.
Nope. That's, again, your gay subjective reality versus my awesome objective reality.
But you're literally arguing for subjectivity this entire time.
Nope, I'm not. It's all objectivity.
You have been. Because you're basically saying you learned like 4 things so you can make conclusions about the rest of it. And if anything disagrees with it, it's obviously bullshit because science can't be trusted, I guess, or science is fake. Most science is. You're basically saying most science is fake.
Yeah, most science is
100%. Yeah.
So if I showed you any study that disagreed with it, you would just say that study's bullshit.
Sure, because it's probably come out in the past 4 or 5 years, maybe 10 at the most.
I think it's really crazy.
Doesn't have a long enough history to actually be studied. It's just like these are the initial conclusions of sex reassignment surgery.
Haven't they been studying that shit for like 30 years?
No.
Not really, no. That's just
Not really or not at all?
Not at all. The past 10 years has been fucking insane, but you've probably just hit puberty maybe in the last 10 years, so you probably can't.
I'm way older than you, buddy.
That's so sad. See what this is? That's how I knew. The 105 Gen Xer. Oh, man. Every fucking time. See,
yo, 105 burnout.
Maybe.
No, I think I'm actually millennial. I'm not Gen X. I don't remember the dates, though.
Okay.
But regardless of that, I'm not here to fucking do a performative cruelty battle with you. I don't really care if you think I'm gay or whatever.
Yeah,
dumb kid shit.
You would not stand a chance.
I'm trying to understand how this new generation of children can think such reactionary shit, and
it's because we have to fucking deal with trans people on TV and gay fucking homos kissing everywhere. That's why we're tired of fucking seeing it.
And then you think that gay culture is trying to take over through the media is what it sounds like.
Trying.
They obviously are in the.
They obviously have.
It might get to the JQ a little bit. I don't know if you guys do the JQ much, but it sounds like you're headed that way.
What's
Jewish
that?
question.
What about them?
Jews are also trying to take over through the media, through interracial, blah blah blah, whatever other nonsense.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, it's a very short step from what you guys are talking about to blaming it on the Jews instead.
Huh. That's weird that you think we're blaming it on the gays instead of it being some sort of agenda.
By who?
I don't know, probably pedophiles.
So pedophiles are pushing gayness on America?
Mm-hmm.
or the world or whatever? Is that what you're
Well,
saying?
yes, the world specifically.
Are you being sarcastic, or do you actually believe that?
I 100% believe that.
Yeah, 110. Do you honestly believe that there's a single person in Hollywood that isn't a pedophile?
I think a lot of wealthy people are really fucked up and do really fucked up shit.
But it doesn't hurt anybody.
Well, I mean, I won't discount that, but so you think that someone can be basically turned gay through
if they're molested.
Exigent
yeah, if they're
stimuli.
molested,
if they're
yes.
molested specifically.
If someone's molested, then they're gay.
Yes.
Pretty much.
And you went to college.
Yep.
And like you were there, what, 4 years? Or you got like a master's or a bachelor's or what? Associates?
8.
So you actually got like a doctorate or what?
Yeah.
Master's? So you have a doctorate in endocrinology.
That's right.
And you believe, is that actually true? I'm being serious here. And you believe that gayness is being pushed through the media to turn people gay or to spread pedophilia throughout.
Oh no, it's being spread through the media because it's so easy to market to right now. They're genetic dead ends that often are double income, no kids, so they're going to be the best demographic to market to. Most of them seem to be upper class and smarter, like white too. So they have the highest revenue source out of almost anyone left.
But you believe that can actually change people's sexuality or
do you think
gender?
You're immune to propaganda?
No.
Okay.
But
well,
propaganda
then there you go.
Isn't going to make me like allergic to peanuts
that's not the same
have
thing as
well, it's not. Yeah, it's not the same
a
thing at all.
Homosexual.
Being Jewish will make you allergic to peanuts.
Yeah.
So then, really, what it gets down to is you don't believe in an inherent sexual preference based on your biology. That's what it sounds like you're saying.
Everyone
there's no gay gene. Yeah, there's no gay gene.
Or interact with a Jew.
Yeah, I mean the gay gene just get like disproven like a couple months ago? In one of your famous studies, one of these studies here, these science big brains.
So then you think everybody's born straight, everybody's born cis, until something happens to them.
Yeah, they usually get molested. Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's true.
It's crazy. Up until 30 years ago, literally
but how do you know it's true? What evidence do you have that
because
it's true?
Up until 30 years ago, every single person on the earth thought that. Forever.
What?
Yeah.
What
let's
do you mean?
hang on.
Wait. Do we want to? Person that was born before 30 years ago was cis, het, straight.
Unless they were molested, I'm sure. Yeah.
I mean, let's look at the stats. Ellen got molested. Adam Lambert molested. Lance Bass molested. Do I need to go on?
That's not really an argument, though.
It kind of is. Show me one gay person that wasn't molested. I'll show you a performance artist.
You know, anecdotes aren't evidence, right?
No, they're literally evidence, actually.
But they're not real massive evidence, like mass scale. You just said that basically nobody born before what 1970 was trans or gay.
No one.
Unless they were molested.
No, everyone assumed that you were born straight.
Oh, I got you. I don't think that's true either.
All right. Well, it doesn't matter because it's still the majority of history, and opposed to your 1% of
But that's subjectivity, isn't it?
It's not. We're not. See, you can go and debate with people who actually value your opinion and maybe respect you, but I don't respect you, and I think you're retarded. And I'm not going to debate the subjectivity of this bullshit anymore. You're wrong. It can be easily defined.
But how do you know that I'm wrong?
Because I use my eyes, and I can see a man is a man, and a woman is a woman. It's very
That's
simple.
literally the dumbest reason I've ever heard. You
Bro.
literally just said you trust the human senses more than anything.
I trust the human census more than academia. I trust
the most fallible part of being human
more than the government.
Let me ask you
government more than the government.
Let me ask you a hypothetical. Let me ask you a hypothetical here. If you get robbed by a black guy once a week for like a month straight, Are you going to be like, man, black people really robbed the fuck out of me? Or are you just going to be like, man, I just keep getting robbed. I don't know who these people are.
The difference there would be if I had never met a black person in my life and that happened to me, I probably would think that way. But if I actually got out of the house and met people and, interacted with society and maybe read things about how society works, I probably wouldn't think that because I would.
You'd still be like, man, these people just keep fucking robbing me.
I'd be like,
I don't know any common denominators between all these people robbing me. It's so weird. God, you're a fucking idiot, dude.
I mean, you can think that, but
you're a science sip. Yeah, you're a science sip. You will sit there. Yeah, you are a science sip, dude. I was like, bro, you can sit there and get robbed by a black guy once a week for a month, and you're just like, man, I don't notice any correlation between what's happening here.
You don't understand how reductive that is to say it that way.
No, I don't care how reductive it is. That happens. That happens to people in real life. And you know what happens?
Well, yeah.
They're like, you know what? I'm gonna lock my fucking doors because I'm going through a black neighborhood. You'll just be like, teedledee-doo, teedledee-doo. I don't want to be racist, so I'm gonna keep my car door unlocked. That's you.
That's a lot of projection right there. I never said anything like that.
You've never been called out this hard.
So we've established three things.
We've established that you're gay, you're a faggot, and you're a Jew. That's what we've established.
Is he Jewish?
I have gotten a shit ton more pussy than you have, my friend.
I guarantee you have.
What's his name?
Guarantee you have.
What's his dead name?
So basically,
I love that you thought you were gonna own us by saying I got more pussy than you.
No, I was just saying.
Yeah.
You
were saying it because you're mad and you're coping. That's what's happening.
No. So basically, we've established three things. One,
you're gay, you're faggot, you're a Jew. Yes.
One, you value the human senses over actual evidence in science. Two, that you have the views on sexuality and gender that people who, even if they had them like 50 years ago,
bro, I'm falling asleep listening to you talk right now.
Like, three,
wrap it up, bro.
Your rhetoric is just it's just performative cruelty and reactionary thinking. That's, I don't know. It's kind of depressing. Those are the three things. I just said them all.
You are not as smart as you think you are.
I never said I was smart.
Gen Xer.
I'm not a Gen Xer.
And you're
wrong.
Incredibly lonely in real life. No, actually, on Saturdays, I often watch live streams of gay political debates by myself. It's fun. I'm hanging out with my friends later.
We're gonna go up to the brewery and drink craft beers and talk about how you called me gay online.
How big? Okay, you guys are also really small, so you guys are trying to rise up to the ranks. I see.
Yeah.
How long have you guys been doing this?
I can't even remember. I've been doing it a long time.
Like how long?
Doing this?
How long have you guys been, streaming or whatever?
My whole life.
Yeah, my whole life's a live stream.
Did you guys start?
I don't know.
I don't know. That's kind of subjective.
How do you not know that?
It's kind of subjective, isn't it?
Yeah.
Streaming.
You're asking me for subjective evidence that I've seen with my own eyes here. I don't know.
How old are both of you?
How old? How old do you think?
Yeah. I think you're both probably early to mid 20s.
That's flattering. Thank you.
How old are you really?
Very flattering. 42.
That's not true.
It is. I'm 42.
For real?
Yeah, I was born in 1978.
Dude, you're fucked.
No, I'm great. I'm married, happily married. I make money on the internet, my free time. I have a good job.
Talk about how males, once they hit like 30ish, they tend to solidify their beliefs a lot.
Yeah, I can tell that's where you're at because you're just retarded.
Yeah.
How old is the other dude?
Your beliefs.
Which dude said he was 42? The guy in the blue or the guy in the yellow?
The guy in the yellow.
Okay. What about the dude in the blue?
I'm 27.
So 27 and 42.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, what about it? What do you got to say? You say you make more fucking money than me or something? You get more pussy?
No.
Is that? Come on, let's hear it. Let's hear what you got to say.
He was gonna talk about how like after 30, your beliefs become solidified, which is like how I pegged him as a Gen Xer because his beliefs are nuanced as of 5 years ago.
Yeah.
No. My point was that I was hoping you
You
guys
can
were
teach a
early
new
to
dog
mid
new
20s because when you get to that age, your social brain is still growing and you aren't quite.
Oh, so
locked
you're
into being,
worried.
like, a
You're
reactionary.
worried. You're
This
worried
is
about our wrong
It
thing.
sounds like if you guys are already past that point, then there's very little chance of you actually not.
Bro, there's very little chance for you. Your life is real sad. Aren't you like a pay pig for Vouch? Like, don't you just donate money to him every fucking stream he does?
Does that make you mad?
No, it's hilarious. It's fucking hilarious.
You know, he
actually,
has, like,
you're a fucking pay pig, bro. You're a fucking pay pig. You're a pay pig.
Me.
Yeah, I did.
Me.
You're a pay pig.
Hold on.
Bro.
He's gonna
that's like
neg our follower
1%
count.
of my income.
Good for you.
Yeah, great. Congratulations. You're a fucking pay
but
pig.
that's-
You
but
have
that
no
doesn't
self-respect. You have no
No,
self-respect.
hold on. It's bullshit. He's alone on a Saturday here.
I'm actually in the process of moving, so I've been pretty busy. And
Yeah,
I
super
needed to relax.
busy enough to turn on a live stream and fuck around with Discord for a half hour to get.
It wasn't half an hour. Don't
Berated.
Hey,
lie.
will you do
It was
me a
about
favor?
it was about 10 minutes.
Will you do me a favor and just go oink oink? Cause you're a little pay pig.
I just okay.
Oink,
So you
oink, pay
guys,
pig.
you guys do the performative cruelty because you're still trying to rise up. So you need to be as.
I'm not
as
trying to rise up.
snappy
I
as
am perfectly
possible.
happy with the level of fame that I'm
This
at.
is just the personality, bro.
Yeah.
We're not really looking to get big. It's just we always.
Well, that's
have
why I
the
asked how long you guys have been doing it.
We have the right opinions, and
Yeah.
that's what's important.
Well, right as in right wing, yes.
No, as in correct.
No,
As in
correct. Yeah,
objectively
factually correct.
Correct.
Yeah.
Factually, that would imply some sort of objectivity, wouldn't it?
Yes, there is.
Objectively correct.
But
Yes.
you literally just said you are the most subjective people on the planet.
Nope.
I mean,
I
you
was
literally
talking...
said if something doesn't agree with you, you'll probably assume it's bullshit. That's what children do.
That's what skeptics do, actually. If you were around...
Skeptics
I'm kind of agnostic when it comes to facts. You know, I just don't know. You know, I'm like, I just don't know if they're facts or not, but I'm willing to accept them as facts, like whatever
have
performative
you even said
bullshit.
A single fact other than look at these pedophiles that I've heard about and that an 8-year-old kid somewhere got puberty blockers. I think those are the only 2 facts I've heard.
Well, no, everything else was anecdotal, remember, and that even in itself wasn't a good enough source. So we're actually factless.
That's what it seems like, yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. It's I don't know. I guess we have the truth on our side. That's something that you can have as many facts as you want, but we always will have the truth.
The truth, is that a capital T truth?
It depends.
Are either you religious?
Oh, do you really want to go down this road?
Do you see, folks?
No, I'm just asking.
See, folks? I've talked to a million of him. This is shadow boxing.
Yeah.
I'm asking if you are religious.
This person doesn't have a fucking soul. Like,
Just give us your give us your Reddit account so I can really read your fucking opinions. Just come on. What's your Reddit username?
Okay, so am I safe to assume that you're both Christian or at least Christian adjacent, or what?
I'm not. Yeah, sure. Whatever you want. What do you think?
That's not a real answer.
You donate so much.
You don't
money
deserve
to
a real
Vosh,
answer.
And you do it unabashedly. What do you think about his comments on the trans women being subhuman?
That's a very dumb, out of context clip. I was actually there for that stream.
I'm sure you were. I'm sure you dropped a good $200.
I thought it was pretty
oink
cool.
oink.
Probably like once a month, I hear people basically asking me a question like that, or I'll see it somewhere, and it's always some really dumb, out of context bullshit.
So he didn't actually mean it.
No, that's not what he said.
That
I mean,
sucks.
I watched what he said. I mean,
Yeah,
I watched what he said.
He seemed.
You watched the clip of what he said.
Yeah, but he was right in that clip.
Yeah.
He was correct.
Yeah.
I think he actually came out and apologized for the way he said it because
cucks usually do that.
He forgot that he had to pay rent. That sucks. Sorry, homos, you're cool. It's not that you're all mentally ill freaks that hound me.
I'm sure.
Right?
Yeah, they are. They're fucking faggots.
They're faggots in dresses, dude. Come on.
I just don't understand how someone who fucking studied
You wouldn't get it. You don't get it.
Dumb shit.
Listen.
Because you're stupid. You were unfortunately born with 105 IQ, which means you're smart enough to know that you're capable of doing things, but not good enough to do anything of value.
Have you ever taken an IQ test?
Sure. What'd you get on the ACT? Let's compare dicks.
No, I'm just curious.
What'd you get?
No. Yo.
Where'd you go with your 27?
If I
State
say
college
mine,
or uni?
I think I'm lying. I'm just asking a serious question.
State college.
Are you both Christian? And if so, what denomination?
No, I'm not. I'm refusing to answer the question because it's just dumb performative bullshit that leads to nowhere. You're just trying to. You're
you
just
both personal questions.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, let me ask.
Do you
let me ask
mind
you
if I set up this trap argument for you?
Okay, no. Then let me qualify it by saying this. I live in the South. I know a lot of religious people. I'm not religious myself.
Damn, that's mind blowing.
Of course you're not.
Damn, that's shocking.
Wow.
The 105 IQ Gen Xers and atheists? Let me guess, you unironically watch Rick and Morty.
Actually, I hate that show. I was
raised
Roman
He's too
Catholic.
smart for Rick and Morty. Yeah.
I was raised Roman Catholic because of my ethnicity, but I'm just curious if you're both Christian. Are you both like Protestant? Are you the newer kind of evangelical Christian, or are you like an old school like Catholic, or you know?
Bruh, I'm gonna answer your question with another question. How about that? How much money do you give Vouch every month? Yeah, how much money do you give Vouch every month? Do you think? Did you believe his apology? Do you think he doesn't actually believe that way? Those things that he said about gay people. Do you think that, or do you think he was just doing performance art, little performance apology?
If he didn't believe that stuff, would that affect your? It probably would affect your opinion of him because
I'd like him more if he meant it.
Yeah, exactly. That's one of the weird things about this one is people on the right were like trying to take it as like, yeah, he's calling out the trans people.
I mean, that's what he did.
Well, yeah, because we don't act like victims, like where people on the left are like, we have to protect these, people. That's the main difference. Is you guys are pussies and we're not.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, I'm sure you're probably gonna vote for Bernie, right?
He's gonna cry. He's gonna cry when he doesn't win.
Are you gonna? Are you mad at the coin flips? No. You don't get to answer the question. I'm not answering your question. This is my show. You answer my questions. Are you gonna vote for Bernie?
Why don't you
answer my question? No, shut the fuck up.
If I answer my question, will you answer mine? Or
no, that's not how this works. That's not how this works. This is my show. Answer my fucking question, pussy. Are you gonna vote for Bernie?
I mean, I can't vote, but if I could, I don't know.
Are you a felon? Is that why? You a felon?
He's illegal. Holy shit, he's illegal.
So now you're assuming that I'm illegal because I said the word ethnicity earlier?
Yeah, in Roman Catholic, and you can't vote. Like, put 2 and 2 together.
I'm not Mexican or Spanish. I'm Polish.
So he's illegal. Get him out.
Don't you guys like Polish people a lot?
Yeah, I'm Polish.
Are you?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Michigan.
Okay, yeah. I'm from the East Coast.
Yeah.
A lot of Polish people in Michigan and like Pennsylvania and shit.
Yeah, until the Arabs moved in.
I heard that about Michigan, but I mean...
Awful, isn't it?
Back when all the Polish moved in, people said the same shit about the Polish. All them Polish moved in.
Yeah, and they were right.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm sure 100% right.
That's an equivalent.
He's
the
right.
Same. Exact same.
It was the exact same, and at least Polish people are so, like 90 IQ. They're not black. They can do work. Still, look at how good it worked out for us Poles now. Now we're stuck in gay Satan America. So who really?
And our homeland is a fucking ethno state.
Yeah, I know. Fucking F.
Do you guys support ethno states?
100,000,000%, bro. You have no
Seriously.
idea.
I support
of course.
Yeah, I support a gamer ethno state. No homos.
As a Polish American, does it bother you that a place that basically came out of people just constantly fucking it over turned into like a fascist ethno state?
I don't know. It sounds like you're projecting. I mean, what did you think was going to happen? What do you think is going to happen after all this leaves America? Like, what do you honestly think? What do you think? Like, am I mad that or am I upset that Poland became reactionary? No, that's how things work. What do you think?
But that's because you also support reactionary ideologies. Is my guess.
Not it. I support myself and how to get the best life for me and my progeny. And
so you're an egoist or an individualist?
No, smarter than you.
Or I guess, yeah, you're just trying to make it. I mean, that's how most people are, just trying to make it. Well, that's cool. It was nice to meet you guys.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, tap out.
Super fucking rude, but I'm trying to be polite here. I never really called you that many names.
Well, I was being rude to you because you couldn't figure out how to use a fucking microphone on Discord.
My shit kept saying I was connected on another client, and it was grayed out. I don't know why.
I'm sorry. You come here late. You get the heat. I'm sorry.
Just imagine like if I was trans or gay or something.
Yeah, we'd really let you have it.
Yeah.
Just imagine.
Yeah.
That's super Christian of you.
I really have to use my imagination to imagine your. All right.
Mm-hmm.
See ya.
Let's see. I got some more donations to read, and then I think we can call it.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. I finally got my pound of flesh.
Yeah.
probably several hundred pounds of flesh, rather. We got 1337 from anonymous who said caulk. Thank you. $5 from Frank Cardinal Booth who says I really understand wrong puberty. I was supposed to be over 6 feet tall and have no acne. Yeah, I feel you, man. $3.33 from Intellectual Pygmy who says dudes be talking about accelerationism and working a desk job. In word, you worried about the wrong graph. $5 from Clint Ironstag who didn't say anything based.
Nice.
$20 from Rando number 9 who says studies say 100% of all trainees were molested by a family member. Thoughts? It's true.
I don't know. I didn't see a study.
Yeah. $4.20. You know what really like tipped me off on the trainee question was when Chris Chan became a trainee. I was like, all right, this is a grift.
Yeah.
That was really when I was like, all right, yeah, this is what mentally ill people do to try to make money.
Yeah, I mean, I never really saw it until I came to Twitter, and I was just like, damn, they're just like the most annoying people in like everywhere they are. Like,
yeah.
And if they're any community they get into, they suck.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 110%. Like I used to watch the old Chris Chan videos back in the day, and I kept up with all the Chris Chan sagas, and then he became trans, and I was like, wait a minute. Hey yo, we need JD for that. We need JD to come in and just be our black spokes guy. It's like, hey yo, hold up. We got $4.20 from Star Driver, who says, "God, I'm so glad I was day drinking when the sweat came on. Thanks, guys. That's it's about time we did a show for the day drinkers out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They deserve this.
Yeah, they really do. We got $4.20 from Star Driver 3 who says, "Thanks for bringing the retard who couldn't work Discord." Yeah, you're welcome, man. Anytime. We love arguing with retards. We got $4.20 from Galactic Cruiser. He says, "I want to see this retard try to do daily shit and get through the day. Holy shit." We got $4.20 from Anonymous who says, "Most people who went to college are dumb. I know. I went there with them." Yeah, it sounds about right. It's about right. All right, yeah, we're gonna call it. I'm gonna go do some shit. I might stream tonight on old D Live. Maybe we'll play some Fortnite or something. I don't know. We'll see. But you got anything?
Nope. I'm gonna go make some French onion soup.
Nice. All right. Thanks everybody for stopping by.
Thanks.
And we'll see you guys next time.
See ya.
You have to hit the button.